The Indian Sports Network is on the all right, let's try that again. Let's see if I can get my mouth to work properly this time. The Indian Sports Network is on the air. Hey, that was better. All right, this is Kenny Masterson coming live to you from Center, Missouri, where we are at Mark Twain High School. It took me a couple times to get the internet to come up here to get this to start streaming, but it finally did. I've got a green light here now, and maybe it'll hold up throughout the entire game. It did for the girls' game. Had a little bit of trouble getting it started too. It's like I was having trouble letting out on the clutch. But anyway, we are here now for the second broadcast of the night. This will be the boys' game. The Elsberry Indians visiting here at Mark Twain to take on the Tigers. And you can see out there, I don't know how close you're paying attention, but you can see out there that we are short a couple of players for the Elsberry Indians. I don't see Derek Taylor out there, and I don't see, who's the other one I don't see? Jake Reimel. He's the other one I don't see out there. So they're not going to be here tonight, but that just means the other players are going to have to step up. And it is what it is. I mean, those are both very important players, but you can play without any of them. And again, I don't know anything at all about the Mark Twain team, but it doesn't matter whether they're good, bad, or indifferent. That's who they're playing. And so anyway, let's go ahead and go through the rosters. We have the Mark Twain Tigers. Number 1, Noah Baker. He is a 5'11 senior. Number 3, Braden McLeod. He is a 6'1 junior. Number 10, Jace Hayner, 5'10 freshman. Number 12, Ryan Spoonhour. Now there's a basketball name. 5'10 junior. Number 15, Caleb Peters, a 6'1 junior. Number 20, Jace Barton, a 6'0 junior. Number 21, Devin Whaley, a 5'10 sophomore. Number 23, Matthias Bridges, he's a 6'1 junior. Number 24, Preston Eckler, he's a 5'10 junior. Number 30, Caden Elliott, a 5'10 senior. And number 33, Carter Hummel, a 5'11 sophomore. Mark Twain is coached by Cody McCann. Now for your hometown Elsberry High School Indians. On the roster, not necessarily playing tonight, but on the roster is number 1, Cody Thornhill, a 5'7 junior. Number 2, Nathan Henry, a 5'11 sophomore. Number 3, Jack St. Pierre, a 5'11 freshman. Number 5, Raul Berrigan, a 5'8 sophomore. Number 10, Shane Lewis, a 5'11 junior. Number 11, Hunter Grills, a 5'8 senior. Number 12, Derek Taylor, a 6'3 senior. Number 14, Kobe Twellman, a 5'8 freshman. Number 20, Joel Mound, a 5'9 freshman. Number 22, Eli Gladney. He is a 6-foot freshman. Number 24, Jake Reimel, a 5'11 junior. Number 44, Garrick Hill, a 6'6 senior. Number 50, Bo Henry, a 6'5 freshman. Number 54, Trevor Anthony, a 6'6 senior. The Indians are coached by Chad Twellman, assisted by Andrew Hopkins. And managers Mackenzie Johnson, Lauren Everhart, and Jada Irving. So we still have a little over 3 minutes to go before this second game starts. So I'm going to throw a couple of commercials at you. I know you've been wanting to hear them. Let's just get it right back at the beginning. That way I know whenever I've gotten through the entire set. Here we go.
Here at People's Bank and Trust, new technology improves our lives. We all know that, but when it comes to your money, wouldn't you just as soon deal with real people rather than recordings and electronics fingerprinting of the mega banks? We put technology to work so we can have more time for you. We're your community bank. People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Everybody knows that high school sports generate suspense, excitement, and drama.
They also generate higher grade point averages, stronger work habits, and greater self-esteem.
Everybody knows that high school sports give us more value for our entertainment dollar.
They also give us leaders committed to strengthening communities right here in Missouri. The true value of playing sports in school can't be measured in wins and losses or dollars and cents. Studies show that participation in sports, along with other extracurricular activities, is one of the best ways to teach leadership, cooperation, accountability, and other invaluable life skills. Don't just stand on the sidelines. Encourage the young people you know to get in the game. When you do, you'll be helping them get ahead in life. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Missouri State High School Activities Association and the Missouri Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Okay, we are back, and we are going to start this game here in just a little bit. The high school band is up on the stage playing. That's them right there. And their cheerleaders are standing out here, so I got a feeling now that we are going to have the starting lineups. So, starting tonight for Elsberry. Number 3, Jack St. Pierre. Number 20, Joel Mound. Number 44, Garrick Hill. Number 50, Bo Henry. And number 54, Trevor Anthony. At the starting lineup for the Elsberry High School Indians. Now the starting lineup for Mark Twain Tigers. Number 12, Ryan Spoonhauer. Number 15, Caleb Peters. Number 20, Jace Barton. Number 24, Preston Eckler. And number 30, Caden Elliott. That's the starting lineup for the Mark Twain Tigers. So, looks like we're going to have Trevor Anthony jumping. No surprise there. I'm just going to guess he's going to jump against number 15, and that is Caleb Peters. And I was right. I just said that because he's about the tallest one out there. So, let's start this ball game. Ball is up. Mark Twain gets the ball first. And they bring it up the court. Gets across the timeline. I don't know if you noticed, I adjusted my camera resolution a little bit between games, so I'm picking up almost the entire half court now. Put it a little wider screen. And that ball was fought for underneath, goes out of bounds against Mark Twain and goes to Elsberry. So Garrick Hill's bringing it up the court. Jack St. Pierre out on the point, gets it over to Joel Mound. Garrick Hill over in a corner, far side, back to Jack St. Pierre. There's a three-point attempt by St. Pierre, no good, and Bo Henry gets the rebound, gets it out to Garrick Hill. And he gets it back, going around the perimeter with it. Garrick Hill has it, and he looks like he's going to just drive it. He lost control of the ball and couldn't get it to go up, but Trevor Anthony up with the basket. 2 points. Elsberry draws first blood in this game. There's a long 2-point shot for Mark Twain. They get their own rebound and get it back out on the perimeter. Trevor Anthony got his hand in there, but he wasn't able to break the pass up. That shot was very short, and Garrick Hill brings it up. Ball was knocked around. Jack St. Pierre came up with it, and first foul of the game is going to go against number 30, Caden Elliott. That's the first foul of the game. Jack St. Pierre with the ball. Ball's on the outside. Mark Twain is really putting on some defense. St. Pierre can't get it. And that, I don't know what they called there. I don't know if they called 3 seconds. Oh, they called a travel. Oh, wow. So Mark Twain has it at the free throw line. Drive in hard on the baseline. Ball is loose. And after a rugby scramble, then it goes out of bounds to Mark Twain. And here's Hunter Grills coming in the game. Joel Mound sitting down. Hunter Grills messed up his ankle pretty good last night. Let's see how he is able to play on it. 3-point attempt for Mark Twain. Bounces in and out. And here comes St. Pierre up the court. Garrick Hill way on the outside with it. He gets it to the top of the key, gets it back to St. Pierre. They get the free throw line to Trevor Anthony, and he draws a foul. And that's 2 fouls already on Caden Elliott. 3 minutes and 7 seconds into the game, and Caden Elliott already has 2 fouls on him. Trevor Anthony for 3 points, no good. And Mark Twain comes up with the rebound, brings it up the court. And in all of that, that was Mark Twain stepped on the line. So Jack St. Pierre brings the ball up. Gets it into Trevor Anthony. And here's Hunter Grills for 3, no good. And Trevor Anthony knocked it out to Jack St. Pierre so he could take over again. The ball knocked out of bounds by Preston Eckler, but it stays with Elsberry. Garrick Hill out on the point with it, gets it back to St. Pierre. Hunter Grills with it. Mark Twain is really defending close. Garrick Hill drives in, can't get the ball to drop, gets his own rebound. All right. Garrick Hill drew the foul first. And then we have a technical. We have a technical foul on Garrick Hill after the play. So to start this, Garrick Hill gets 2 shots. He was fouled, and then he fouled. So he gets 2 shots. I think this is the first time I've ever seen this happen before. A lot of controversy going on right here. Okay, the way I'm understanding this, the call is Garrick Hill is going to the line because he was fouled, so he gets 2 shots. And his first one is good. And the second one rolls in. It's good. Now we go to the other end of the court where Mark Twain is going to get 2 shots and possession of the ball because of the technical foul on Garrick Hill. I don't think I've ever seen this happen before. Meanwhile, right now the score is 4-0. Elsberry over Mark Twain. And we have Preston Eckler at the line, and his first free throw is good. 4-1. Second free throw is good. So now, score is 4-2, and Mark Twain will get possession of the ball, courtesy of the technical foul. And Mark Twain gets the ball in. They keep it out of the perimeter. Can't seem to get anybody in right now. Almost threw that one away. There's a shot from the free throw line. And that ball, they're saying, is off of Garrick Hill. So it stays with Mark Twain. 3:13 remaining in the first quarter. Elsberry 4, Mark Twain 2. Long pass in. There's a three-point attempt. And it bounces, hits the rim and bounces up over the backboard, so therefore it's out of bounds. So Jack St. Pierre is bringing it up the court. 2:57 remaining in the first quarter. There's Garrick Hill, no good. And Trevor Anthony right underneath for 2 points. 6-2 Elsberry. And Mark Twain has the ball out on the point. They get the ball over to the baseline, throws up a prayer. And Bo Henry with the rebound, and he was fouled. That foul was on Ryan Spoonhour. That's 4 team fouls on Mark Twain. There's Trevor Anthony driving in, and he draws a foul. That foul was on Spoonhour. That's 2 fouls on him. Trevor Anthony's first shot off the front of the rim, just barely made it to the rim. Second shot bounced off the front of the rim. Gladney was chasing him down. Timeout called by Mark Twain.
These days, the concept of value matters more than ever. And you'd be hard-pressed to find a better value than high school sports. Extracurricular activities, including sports, make up about 2% of the budget for a typical Missouri high school. In return, participation in sports promotes citizenship and sportsmanship. Sports also instill a sense of community pride and teach lifelong lessons about cooperation and self.
All right, let's get back to the game. There was only a 30-second timeout and not time for a 1-minute commercial. Mark Twain with the ball. They get it deep into the baseline, get the ball turned around, get their own rebound, and throws the ball out of bounds. So turnover goes to Elsberry. 1:47 remaining in the first period. 6-2 Elsberry over Mark Twain. And here comes Jack St. Pierre in for Eli Gladney. Garrick Hill underneath gets it to Bo Henry. He puts up a shot from underneath and draws a foul. So Bo Henry's going to the line with 2 shots. That foul was on Matthias Bridges. That's his second. Several Mark Twain players with 2 fouls. Well, 16 fouls, I guess couldn't have more than 3. Meanwhile, Bo Henry's first shot was good, 7-2. Second shot was good, 8-2. 1.5 minutes. Jack St. Pierre knocked that pass down, but Mark Twain came up with it again. A little bit of fancy dribbling going on with Mark Twain. And Trevor Anthony just jumped right in there and picked that ball out of the air. Joel Mound has it now. A lot of fighting over the ball. And that was number 20, Jace Barton. Well, out of all of that, they said Garrick Hill stepped on the line even though he was pushed out. So, Mark Twain has the ball, 45 seconds remaining in the first quarter. There's a shot from the baseline. Joel Mound comes up with that rebound. 30 seconds. Garrick Hill on the outside. Back out on the point to Joel Mound. Jack St. Pierre tried to drive the base, couldn't do it. 12 seconds. Trevor Anthony has it, and he's going to drive in. Up. He tried getting the pass over to Garrick Hill, and it was a bad pass, and it went out of bounds. So with 6.4 seconds left, Mark Twain has the ball. Got to go the length of the court. All right, they didn't get anything. Nothing happened for Mark Twain. So that's the end of the first quarter. The score is Elsberry 8, Mark Twain 4.
They encourage physical fitness. They produce community leaders. By offering so many benefits to the community for such a small percentage of a school's overall budget, it's easy to see why high school sports are one of the best bargains around. The real cost would come from not having them at all. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Missouri State High School Activities Association and the Missouri Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Ever wonder where your hard-earned money goes when you deposit it? It stays here, at home, to help make living here what we've all come to expect. We've got everything the mega banks do, but we've made a commitment to our community. So when you're looking for the right bank, see People's Bank and Trust, Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
And we are back. Elsberry with the ball. Gets it into Trevor Anthony. Jack St. Pierre going around. He's being guarded very closely. I was just told I was not on the air. Let's see what we got going here. All of my equipment says that we are. Yeah, every bit of my equipment is saying that we are on the air. Okay, I think we are on the air. Okay, I apologize for this, folks. Okay, the score is now 9-4. I know I missed a little bit checking to see that I was on the air. I am. So with 6 minutes and 40 seconds remaining in the second quarter, the score is now 9-4, Elsberry over Mark Twain. Mark Twain has the ball. And there was a foul on Bo Henry. Okay, that foul was on Bo Henry. That's his first. And that is putting Caleb Peters at the line. His first free throw was good. Okay, I'm glad we have this. Second free throw was good. 9-6. All right, what I was finding out there was the link was not working through the new website that Elsberry Democrat is a part of, but it is working through the YouTube, straight through YouTube it's working. Mark Twain steals that ball, and they're going in for a layup. Well, he was. And with all of that, we have a jump ball and alternating possessions that goes to Elsberry. So anyway, yeah, I got my phone on straight through YouTube, and I seem to be in there. All right, Mark Twain with the ball, have it out on the perimeter. And there's Elsberry, steals that ball. And Hunter Grills is called for traveling. So Mark Twain with the ball. 5:36 remaining in the first half. 9-6. Elsberry over Mark Twain. And there was a foul called on Preston Eckler. Foul away from the ball. So that makes 8 team fouls on Mark Twain, only 3 on Elsberry. And that ball was knocked out of Hunter Grill's hands. Mark Twain comes back with it. Now what do we have? Okay, that was foul on Jack St. Pierre. The 4th team foul. Jack St. Pierre sits down now. So Mark Twain with the ball again out on the perimeter. And they're saying that ball went off of Mark Twain, so Elsberry takes over. 5:01 remaining in the first half. Gary Kill and Joel Mound play catch coming up the court. Joel Mound takes it in. He takes it in, gets the shot, and draws a foul. And that's 3 fouls already on Matthias Bridges. So Joel Mound at the line. Score is 11-6, Elsberry. Free throw bounces out. Score is still 11-6. 5-point lead for Elsberry. And Bo Henry tried to steal that ball, but he couldn't get it to stay in bounds. So that's out of bounds off of him. Mark Twain keeps the possession. So once again, Mark Twain out of the perimeter, trying to find somebody in so they don't have to take the three-point shots. And they found him. But he missed the shot, and Trevor Anthony has the ball coming up, and there's Gary Kill. And he's just going to go in, and he was called for charging. That's 3 fouls on Gary Kill. So we have a number of players, both teams. We have a number of players, both teams, in foul trouble. So Mark Twain brings it up. Score is still 11-6. There's a three-point shot, and it's good. That was Jace Barton. Scores 11-9. Mark Twain back to within 2. Trevor Anthony takes it in, gets it over to Bo Henry. He did take it in, gets the shot away, but they called a foul on the floor. So that puts Bo Henry to the line with 2 shots. They are in the double bonus now with 3.5 minutes remaining in the first half. First shot is up and it's good. 12-9. Ready for his second shot. Off the front of the rim, Mark Twain with the rebound. And there was a foul called. Who are they calling it on? They're calling it on Joel Mound. That's Joel Mound's first. 16 fouls on Elsberry. Three-point attempt, no good, and Trevor Anthony up with that rebound. Bo Henry has it. And what did they call there? Okay, they called only a timeout. Actually, that should have been traveling on Mark Twain. He slid about 6 inches while he had possession of the ball. But he was able to call a timeout, so Mark Twain keeps possession of the ball. 3 minutes, 11 seconds left in the first half. Score is 12-9. Not exactly a high-scoring game here. Garrick Hill has 3 fouls on him. I know there's at least 2 players for Mark Twain with 3 fouls already. A lot of fouls for this early in the game. So Mark Twain's going to have the ball out of bounds just shy of their half-court line. They get the ball in. Get the ball in deep, and they send it back out again. Bo Henry messed everything up there for Mark Twain, but they said it was off of him, so Mark Twain's going to keep the ball. There was Eli Gladney. Broke that inbound pass. Getting waved at here by the two coaches, the Carrie and the Brittany Koch Dowls. Mark Twain has it out on the perimeter. And that pass broken up by Elsberry, but it does stay out of bounds to Mark Twain. And Trevor Anthony broke that one up, and now he's got the ball. Bringing it up the court is Joel Mound. And his pass went to Mark Twain, but as he was coming up the court, that was Ryan Spoonhour, as he was coming up the court, he committed an offensive foul. He elbowed the defender. That's 3 fouls on him. They keep fouling in the second half like this, they're going to run out of players. Bad pass there. Mark Twain takes it in. Big foul on Trevor Anthony. See, that's only his first foul. He's one of the few that can afford to foul right now. That puts Preston Eckler at the line. Free throw is good. Mark Twain can hit their free throws. Makes the score 12-10. Second free throw is good. 12-11. Elsberry down to just a 1-point lead. Cross-court pass to Anthony. He takes it up. Shot was no good. Not exactly sure what that call was, but it goes to Mark Twain. And they have a chance to take the lead on this possession. And that's exactly what they do. That shot was by Caleb Peters. And just like that, Mark Twain takes a 13-12 lead over Elsberry. And that ball is out of bounds off of Elsberry. Mark Twain has possession of the ball. 1 minute, 25 seconds left in the first half. They get the ball to the free throw line. No good, but he gets his own rebound. And he is fouled by Bo Henry. That puts Caleb Peters to the line. They can add to their 1-point lead right here. And off the front of the rim. He's one of those rare left-hand shooters. Second shot is no good. Trevor Anthony with the rebound. Still a 1-point lead for Mark Twain. Jack St. Pierre has the ball. And he was trapped down there in the corner, but Coach Twellman did get the timeout called. 58.4 seconds remaining in the first half. The score is 13-12. Mark Twain over Elsberry. Take a quick break. See if we have time to get a commercial in. No, we don't. Might as well not even get that one going. That was a long commercial anyway. So once again, slightly under 1 minute remaining in this first half. Elsberry with the ball out of bounds down in the corner. They get the ball into Joel Mound. Jack St. Pierre has it. Trevor Anthony, now Jack St. Pierre right underneath and gets the ball in. 14-13, Elsberry. 42 seconds remaining. Mark Twain has it on, gets it into the free throw line. There's a three-point attempt, no good. Bo Henry came up with that rebound. Jack St. Pierre is going to bring it up the court. All right, get it out to Joel Mound. Jack St. Pierre with it. Bo Henry underneath. No good. And they're saying that ball hit the line, so it's going to go to Mark Twain with 3.3 seconds remaining. They get it in quick. He gets the ball up. No good. So that is the end of the first half of basketball. The score is Elsberry 14 and Mark Twain 13. This ought to be a very interesting second half, and we're going to have it for you right here. But right now, let's take a break.
It may not require a textbook, but it's filled with valuable lessons. It may not take place in a classroom, but it's an ideal environment for learning. It may not involve a diploma, but it can help prepare Missouri's young people for life. It's high school sports. High school sports can play a critical role in a student's overall education. In fact, studies show that students that participate in high school sports are more likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in their academic lives. If you think high school sports are only about competition, think again. Better yet, think about attending a high school sporting event in your community. You'll be amazed by what you see. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Missouri State High School Activities Association and the Missouri Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
You know, the people pulling the strings are usually hard to reach in today's mega bank world, but here at People's Bank and Trust, you deal with the decision maker. At our community bank, which is what good banking relationships are all about, we all live and work right here. With us, you pull the strings. We're People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Tonight's game is not only a competitive contest between these two schools, but it's also an educational experience for the students involved. Because high school activities are about learning life values, your friends at this local radio station and the Missouri State High School Activities Association remind everyone to do their part in keeping our hometown sports a positive experience for everyone. When you attend your next game, do your part to help rekindle the spirit of citizenship by showing good sportsmanship. You'll be teaching a positive lesson, and you'll be preserving a proud tradition in the state of Missouri.
People's Bank and Trust knows that every minute of your day counts, so it's good to have a few time savers on your side. Take internet banking, for example. It allows you to bank from home rather than having to make an extra trip to the bank just to check your balance, transfer funds, or view recent transactions. You can even pay your bills online, eliminating a trip to the post office for stamps. Best of all, People's Bank and Trust offers all of this free of charge. Visit us online at www.pbtc.net and sign up today. Just another example of hometown banking the way it should be. People's Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Fans, when you attend a high school game, do you stand at attention during the national anthem? Do you cheer a good play by the opposing team? If your team loses, do you take it well in stride? If you have answered yes to any of those questions, you are showing positive examples of sportsmanship. Don't forget that when you attend high school events, young eyes are watching you for examples of acceptable behavior. By making a conscientious effort, you'll be helping our students grow into better citizens. This message has been brought to you by your friends at the Missouri State High School Activities Association and this local radio station.
Hey, hon, what are you doing up so early?
Oh, I'm just getting ready to take care of some stuff with the bank.
The bank? I surely hope you're going to get dressed first. You'd get some pretty weird looks showing up in your robe and fuzzy slippers.
I'm not going to the bank. I'm doing it all right here from home using People's Bank and Trust online banking and bill pay service. I can check our account balances, transfer money, make a loan payment, and even pay bills, all from the comfort of my pajamas. Best of all, it's free.
Banking in your pajamas. Now, if we could only get the grocery store to deliver.
Start banking online today by visiting us online at www.pbtc.net. People's Bank and Trust. Hometown banking the way it should be. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
The score of any athletic event is generally forgotten over time, but the actions of players, coaches, and spectators leave lasting impressions. The next time you attend a high school game, think of how history will remember you. Choose good sportsmanship and help rekindle the spirit of citizenship. Remember, the lessons you teach today will help develop better citizens in our communities for tomorrow. This message has been brought to you by your friends at the Missouri State High School Activities Association and this local radio station. Tonight's game is not only a competitive contest between these two schools, but it's also an educational experience for the students involved. Because high school activities are about learning life values, your friends at this local radio station and the Missouri State High School Activities Association remind everyone to do their part in keeping our hometown sports a positive experience for everyone. When you attend your next game, do your part to help rekindle the spirit of citizenship by showing good sportsmanship. You'll be teaching a positive lesson, and you'll be preserving a proud tradition in the state of Missouri.
People's Bank and Trust invites everyone to come to the game, the high school sports games that are going on right now. All area teams have put a great amount of effort and time in to perfect their skills, and they are ready to play. Support the community schools and students by cheering them on to a great season of games. People's Bank and Trust proudly supports the area teams and looks forward to seeing you at each and every game.
Whether it's balls and strikes, fouls, or flags, your referees and game officials are a vital part of high school athletics. If you've ever tried your hand at officiating, you know how hard these men and women work, and you certainly know that they would never miss a call intentionally. Keep these things in mind as you attend sporting events. After all, respecting officials and authority figures is one of the most valuable lessons that we could teach our students. This message has been brought to you by your friends at this local radio station and the Missouri State High School Activities Association.
You know, the people pulling the strings are usually hard to reach in today's mega bank world, but here at People's Bank and Trust, you deal with the decision maker at our community bank, which is what good banking relationships are all about. We all live and work right here. With us, you pull the strings. We're People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. At People's Bank and Trust, new technology improves our lives. We all know that, but when it comes to your money, wouldn't you just as soon deal with real people rather than recordings and electronics fingerprinting of the mega banks? We put technology to work so we can have more time for you. We're your community bank. People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Everybody knows that high school sports generate suspense, excitement, and drama.
They also generate higher grade point averages, stronger work habits, and greater self-esteem.
Everybody knows that high school sports give us more value for our entertainment dollar.
They also give us leaders committed to strengthening communities right here in Missouri. The true value of playing sports in school can't be measured in wins and losses or dollars and cents. Studies show that participation in sports, along with other extracurricular activities, is one of the best ways to teach leadership, cooperation, accountability, and other invaluable life skills. Don't just stand on the sidelines. Encourage the young people you know to get in the game. When you do, you'll be helping them get ahead in life. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Missouri State High School Activities Association and the Missouri Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association. These days, the concept of value matters more than ever. And you'd be hard-pressed to find a better value than high school sports. Extracurricular activities, including sports, make up about 2% of the budget for a typical Missouri high school. In return, participation in sports promotes citizenship and sportsmanship. Sports also instill a sense of community pride and teach lifelong lessons about cooperation and self-discipline. They encourage physical fitness. They produce community leaders. By offering so many benefits to the community for such a small percentage of a school's overall budget, it's easy to see why high school sports are one of the best bargains around. The real cost would come from not having them at all. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Missouri State High School Activities Association and the Missouri Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
And we are back. Elsberry with the ball. Trevor Anthony up. Ball did not drop, but Garrick Hill is up, and his didn't drop, but he gets his own rebound. Puts it up, and there's 2 points. 16-13. There's a 3-point from the top of the key. Trevor Anthony had the rebound roll off of his arm. This time Garrick Hill got it. And Jack St. Pierre is going to bring it up the court. He gets it to Joel Mound across the timeline. Tried to get it into Garrick Hill, and pass was picked off by Mark Twain. And that shot was up by Caleb Peters. Garrick Hill can't afford to defend very, very closely. 16-15. Garrick Hill fell down but managed to keep the ball dribbling. Jack St. Pierre has it out in the far corner. Gets it into Bo Henry, puts it up for 2 points. Really good play there by Henry. Caleb Peters missed that shot, and now here's Garrick Hill moving in. Too strong. That time it goes in. 20-15. Three-point shot, no good, and Henry comes up with the rebound. Gets it over to Garrick Hill. Long shot up, knocked out of bounds. I said long shot, long pass up. Over to Anthony. And that was knocked out of bounds by Mark Twain. So Joel Mound to be three-point shot by Garrick Hill, no good. And there was a foul on Bo Henry. That's 3 on him. (20-15), Elsberry over Mark Twain. A little over 5 minutes to go. Three-point shot No good. And Garrick Hill comes up the rebound, gets it back to Joel Mound. He takes it across the line. Bo Henry saves it, but it gets into Mark Twain. He's right in for a rebound. Long pass to Trevor Anthony. And it's in for 2 points. 22-17. Layup was no good. Trevor Anthony came up. Trevor Anthony came up with that rebound. Garrick Hill for 3. It was off the back of the backboard. I don't know why they didn't call that out of bounds, but they didn't. I'm not arguing with them. Gets it out to Joel Mound, and he traveled. He took a jump before he put the ball down. Five-point lead for Elsberry right now. Get the ball into Caleb Peters. He takes a 15-foot shot. No good, but Mark Twain does come up with that rebound. Bo Henry up with that rebound. Wow. They called him for traveling. He had arms all over him, but they called him for traveling. Mark Twain has the ball out on the perimeter. They get the ball in. And good play there by Preston Eckler. He got the rebound and put it up. He just charged right in there. Garrick Hill into Trevor Anthony, and the shot goes in. 24-19. Three-point shot, no good. Garrick Hill with the rebound. Jack St. Pierre gets it across the line. There's a three-point shot, and it was missed by Nathan Henry. Mark Twain has the ball there, trying to get something set up here. Driving the baseline, back out, another long three-point shot, no good. Bo Henry gets that rebound. Pass up to Trevor Anthony, gets it to Jack St. Pierre, and he tries to drive, can't do it. They call a jump ball. And Colby Twellman is in. Jack St. Pierre sits down. So I got some fresh legs on the court. And that foul was on Colby Twellman. Ball into Mark Twain. That foul called again on Twellman. So within about 3 seconds, he got two fouls. Mark Twain. All right, they're just, I'm not sure what they're doing. They're just calling fouls on anything they can right now. And there's a third foul on Colby Twellman. He's been in about a minute and has 4 fouls. So, just like that, Kobe Twellman fouls out. Mark Twain with the ball out of bounds. 3-point attempt, no good. And Garrick Hill up with that rebound. He tried to drive it in, couldn't. So Trevor Anthony out on the point. Garrick Hill goes in, draws a foul, but they say it was on the floor. All right, through all of that, they couldn't get any shots to fall. Bo Henry had it, and it was knocked out of his hands, so Elsberry will get the ball out of bounds. Nathan Henry's going to throw it in. No, he's not, because Hunter Grills is coming in for him. That ball was out of bounds off of Mark Twain. They tried to get it into Garrick Hill right under the basket. And they did that time, and he was fouled. This game is getting very, very aggressive here. It's almost like they're just trying to foul. Ball knocked out of bounds by Mark Twain. So they'll change the entry point now. Get the ball into Garrick Hill. He drives the baseline. 2 points, Garrick Hill. 26-19. 40 seconds remaining in the third quarter. A quarter filled with fouls. And that Trevor Anthony was getting beat up on, and they called a foul on him. I'm really questioning some of these calls. But either way, we have Jace Barton at the line for Mark Twain with a 1-and-1. First shot is good. Jack St. Pierre is coming in for Eli Gladney. Jace Barton at the line for his second shot. And it is good. 26-21, Elsberry over Mark Twain. 15 seconds remaining in the third quarter. And there was Garrick Hill driving in, gets the 2 points. 2 seconds remaining. That shot was almost good. But we have played 3 quarters of basketball here. And the score is now Elsberry 28, Mark Twain 21.
Ever wonder where your hard-earned money goes when you deposit it? It stays here, at home, to help make living here what we've all come to expect. We've got everything the mega banks do, but we've made a commitment to our community. So when you're looking for the right bank, see People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Okay, we are back. 8 minutes left in regulation of this game. Scores Elsberry 28, Mark Twain 21. That third quarter was pretty aggressive quarter. A lot of fouls put on in there. There's, let's see, I guess there was 10 fouls altogether because Elsberry committed 7, and Mark Twain was called for 3. But Mark Twain is in the single bonus right now. So Elsberry gets the ball to begin this fourth quarter. Garrick Hill, Bo Henry underneath and gets the shot and draws the foul. (30-21), and he gets the free throw. Bo Henry on the line for 1 shot. Shot is up, and it's off the front of the rim, no good. Free throw shot for number 20, Jace Barton, and it's good. Wasn't actually a free throw shot, but he took it from the free throw line. 30-23. And that ball is stolen. No good, but Mark Twain comes up with the rebound. That shot goes in. 30-25, 5-point lead for Elsberry now. They get it in to Bo Henry. He was just off the. There was a 3-point shot by Garrick Hill, no good. Mark Twain with the ball. 5-point deficit. 6:50 remaining in regulation. There's a 15-foot shot. No good, and Garrick Hill up with the rebound. And Mark Twain steals that ball. But he holds it up. 3-point shot. No good, and Trevor Anthony with that rebound. Garrick Hill has it. He takes it in, and shot is no good. Bo Henry with the rebound. He couldn't get it to drop. And in the middle of all of that, a timeout was called. Elsberry timeout, 30-second timeout, so we're just going to leave it right here. Don't have time for a commercial. 5:59 remaining in regulation, 30-25. 17 fouls against Elsberry, 4 team fouls against Mark Twain. That puts Mark Twain in a single bonus. And there are a number of players out there with 3 and 4 fouls. Get the ball into Bo Henry, and he tried to get it to Garrick Hill. Pass was no good, but it was knocked out of bounds by Mark Twain. They get it to Garrick Hill in. Now it's out on the perimeter, out to Trevor Anthony. Now it's even farther out to Jack St. Pierre and Joel Mound. Trevor Anthony has it. Gets it to Garrick Hill, and he was called for traveling. He lost control going up, and they got him for traveling. Once again, still a 5-point lead for Elsberry. That was a foul on Jack St. Pierre away from the ball, but they're in the bonus, so we have a 1-and-1 for Preston Eckler. First shot is up and bounces out. Garrick Hill with the rebound. He gets it over to St. Pierre. Trevor Anthony was down on the baseline. Takes it back out on the point to Joel Mound. There's Garrick Hill out on the perimeter. Gets it back to Mound, Jack St. Pierre, and they're getting a little sloppy with the ball. There it was. Jump ball between Joel Mound and 24, that Preston Eckler. Alternating possessions, that goes over to Mark Twain. 5:01 remaining. All right, he drove to the line. Foul was called on Garrick Hill. I absolutely don't agree with that call, but they didn't ask my opinion. That's 4 fouls now on Garrick. That puts Jace Barton at the line. Free throw is good. 30-26. Hunter Grills now coming in for Bo Henry. Second shot for Jace Barton. And it's good. 30-27, 3-point lead for Elsberry. Jack St. Pierre gets it across the line. Garrick Hill has the ball now. Looks like they're just going to play some pass here. 4.5 minutes remaining. Joel Mound with the ball, gets it back to St. Pierre. St. Pierre way on the other side. And there was the 5th foul they called charging on Garrick Hill. So that gets Bo Henry back in the game. .412 remaining, 30-27. Mark Twain could tie the game with that shot right there. It does not go in. It was in most of the way and fell back out again. Joel Mound has the ball, gets it over to Hunter Grills. Timeout called. Timeout called by Elsberry. Full timeout. Let's take a break.
It may not require a textbook, but it's filled with valuable lessons. It may not take place in a classroom, but it's an ideal environment for learning. It may not involve a diploma, but it can help prepare Missouri's young people for life. It's high school sports. High school sports can play a critical role in a student's overall education. In fact, studies show that students that participate in high school sports are more likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in their academic lives. If you think high school sports are only about competition, think again. Better yet, think about attending a high school sporting event in your community.
All right, we are back. That wasn't hardly a whole minute. Anyway, Joel Mound with the ball. He drives it in and throws the ball away. But they're saying it was off of a Mark Twain player, and so it's going to stay with Elsberry. 3:46 remaining. 30-27. Joel Mound standing outside, going to throw it into Trevor Anthony. Trevor Anthony puts the ball up and in. 32-27. There's a shot by Caleb Peters. 32-29. And they're saying that ball was off of Mark Twain. So Elsberry keeps that ball. The vast majority of the crowd here does not agree with that. Trevor Anthony tried to get the shot off, but he was fouled. And that was Jace Barton, second foul on him. Trevor Anthony at the line with two very important free throws. First shot is no good. If he makes this next shot, it could be a two-possession game, but there's still 3:20 remaining in the game. That ball does roll in. 33-29. Three-point shot, no good. Mark Twain comes up with that rebound. And they're saying he stepped on the line. So the ball is turned over to Elsberry. Full pressure now by Mark Twain. Trevor Anthony brings it up the court. Hunter Grills has it now out in the corner. Back to Trevor Anthony. Now here's Nathan Henry. Shot was no good by Jack St. Pierre. 2.5 minutes remaining. 33-29. And that was a charging foul. That was on Preston Eckler. It's his third foul. Trevor Anthony trying to get the ball up the court and draws a foul. And with that being 17 fouls, puts Anthony at the line with a 1-and-1. That foul was on Ryan Spoonhour. That's his fourth. 2:22 remaining. And that shot was good. 34-29. 34-29, Elsberry in the lead over Mark Twain. 2:22 remaining in regulation. Shot was no good, and Mark Twain came up with that rebound. 5-point lead by Elsberry. There was a shot. Bo Henry up with that rebound. Trevor Anthony has it. And that ball stolen. That was Caden Elliott. And another foul on that. That makes the score 34-31. And now Ryan Spoonhour fouls out of the game for Mark Twain. That puts Jack St. Pierre on the line for a 1-and-1. First shot is good, 35-31. 4-point lead. .149 remaining in regulation. Second shot is good, 36-31. Timeout. Timeout called by Mark Twain.
You'll be amazed by what you see. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Missouri State High School Activities Association and the Missouri Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
All right, we are back. We have 1 minute, 45 seconds remaining in regulation. The score at this time is 36-31, Elsberry over Mark Twain. Mark Twain is in the double bonus. Elsberry is in the single bonus. We have 2 fouled out for Elsberry and 1 fouled out for Mark Twain. So they're going to start running out of players here pretty soon. And when we come back, it's going to be Mark Twain with possession of the ball. Also, the possession arrow, I don't even see the possession arrow. They don't have a possession arrow on this scoreboard. So I don't know who's got possession right now. There is a three-point shot. No good, and Bo Henry's up with that rebound. He got it over to Trevor Anthony, who gets it to Jack St. Pierre, and he's across the line. They get it to Bo Henry. Out to Hunter Grills. Trevor Anthony takes it up, throws it back out. And there was a foul on Preston Eckler. 4th foul, I believe. Yes, it is. That puts Jack St. Pierre at the line with a 1-and-1. One more foul, and Elsberry will be in the double bonus. First shot is no good, but Bo Henry came up with that rebound. Bo Henry came up with the rebound, and immediately Coach Twellman called the timeout. 1:07 remaining in regulation of this game. 36-31, Elsberry over Mark Twain. Again, Mark Twain is in the double bonus. Elsberry is 1 foul away from the double bonus. They are still in the 1-and-1 at this point in time. This game is going to come right down to the final seconds, if it stays in regulation even. Been a very hard-fought game. Hadn't necessarily been the cleanest game. But that's the way basketball is sometimes. I have to laugh whenever they talk about basketball being a non-contact sport. A lot of blood happens in basketball. But it'll be Elsberry's ball when when they're ready to start playing again. Hunter Grills has the ball, going to throw it in. He gets it into Jack St. Pierre. They got it in to Bo Henry. The ball was bouncing around a little bit. 58.6 seconds remaining. And there was a foul on Chase Hayner. That's his first foul. Puts Jack St. Pierre back at the line now with 2 shots. First shot is up and good. 37-31. Second shot is up and it's good. 38-31. Mark Twain coming down the court real fast. There's the 3-point shot. And it's good. That was Chase Hayner with 3. And there was a 5-second call. 38-34. And Mark Twain has the ball out of bounds. The drama increases. 36 seconds. 3-point shot. And it's good. 38-37, 30.8 seconds remaining in regulation of this game. Just like that, Mark Twain gets 6 points. This game is so far from being over, it isn't funny. That first three-pointer got the crowd into it. The second three-pointer brought in people through the roof. So we are ready to come back. And it'll be Elsberry's ball out of bounds. They get the ball into Jack St. Pierre, and he is fouled. That is Chase Hayner with the foul. That's only his second foul. Puts Jack St. Pierre at the line for 2 shots. 29.1 seconds remaining in regulation. 38-37 Elsberry. Shot is up, and it's no good. But he does get a second shot. Second shot is good. 39-37, 2-point lead. 26 seconds remaining. There's a 3-point shot, no good. They called a jump ball there, and it's Elsberry's possession. 19.4 seconds remaining, 39-37, Elsberry over Mark Twain. There is Bo Henry with the ball, and he is fouled immediately. 18.3 seconds remaining, and Bo Henry's at the line with 2 shots. 2-point lead for Elsberry, 18.3 seconds. These are quite possibly the biggest free throws in his life as a freshman. No good for the first shot. Mark Twain crowd making as much noise as they possibly can. Second shot is good. 3-point lead. Mark Twain bringing it up. 3-point shot. And it's good! Ties the game at 40. 7 seconds. Wow. 2.7 seconds to go in this ball game, and the score is tied 40-40. This is not going to ever get any more exciting than this. So when we come back, it'll be Elsberry's ball with 2.7 seconds left. And they are going to have to go about 3/4 of the court. This Mark Twain crowd is pumped. So, again, Elsberry is going to be throwing the ball in from about the 3/4 court line. Well, there's no line there, but about 3/4 of the court. Hunter Grills is going to throw it in, and they're not really putting a whole lot of pressure on him. Bo Henry has the ball, and the shot is no good, and they did not call a foul, and we are going to overtime. I'm thinking they're going to give a 4-minute overtime. I think that's what's regular for high school basketball is 4 minutes. Yep, 4-minute overtime. You can see it on the clock up there. 40-40. So basically, we have a brand new ball game. Mark Twain has fought their way back in this game. They were down by about 9 or 10 in the third quarter, and they have fought their way back and tied this game with about 6 seconds to go. So we are going to have another jump ball now. That's the way they start overtime. Be Trevor Anthony jumping against Caleb Peters. And Elsberry gets they get the possession, but the ball was knocked out of bounds on a pass. Elsberry maintains possession. Jack St. Pierre is going to bring the ball across the line. Hunter Grills has it. Got it to Trevor Anthony, but he couldn't maintain control of it, and it's knocked out of bounds by Mark Twain. Elsberry does maintain possession. They get the ball into Bo Henry, and he's up for a shot, no good. And Mark Twain has the ball. And with that, they take the lead. 42-40. Jack St. Pierre takes it up, no good. Mark Twain with the rebound. Mark Twain has slowed the game down considerably now. Foul away from the ball. That was on Hunter Grills. That's his first, but it does put Preston Eckler to the line with 2 shots. Free throw is good. It bounced around a few times, but it went in. 43-40. Second shot is good. 4-point lead. 3 minutes remaining. Trevor Anthony has the ball. He gets it into Jack St. Pierre. Elsberry at a 4-point deficit. And that ball is knocked out by Elsberry, and it goes over to Mark Twain. All the momentum now is definitely with Mark Twain. And that foul is on. That foul is on Joel Mound. It's his second. Caleb Peters at the line with his left-handed free throw. Shot is no good. Second shot is no good. Lane violation there, I think, against Mark Twain. Either way. And now here comes Joel Mound up the court. 4-point deficit for Elsberry. They get the ball into Joel Mound. They got it into Trevor Anthony right underneath. And foul against Chase Hayner. That's 4 on him. Puts Trevor Anthony at the line for 2 shots. First shot is no good, off the front of the rim. Second shot. It is good. 44-41, 3-point lead for Mark Twain. Two minutes remaining. Shot was no good. Jack St. Pierre with possession of the ball. 150. 3-point deficit. Jack St. Pierre driving in. And he was not able to get anything, and Mark Twain came up with that ball. And they are going to run some time off the clock. That foul was on Bo Henry. That puts Preston Eckler at the line for 2 shots with a 3-point lead. First shot is up and good. 4-point lead for Mark Twain. Second shot is good. 5-point lead, 46-41. And Matthias Bridges is coming in for Mark Twain. 1:20 remaining, 5-point deficit for Elsberry. Trevor Anthony drives the lane, gets the ball up and in. 104, 46-43. And there's another foul on Bo Henry. That's going to be his 5th. And Nathan Henry's going to come in for him. That puts Caden Elliott on the line with a 3-point lead. Now a 4-point lead. His second shot is up and bounces in. 5-point lead, 46.3 seconds remaining. And they're saying that Hunter Grill stepped on the line. 40.5 seconds remaining, and Mark Twain has a 5-point lead and possession of the ball. Timeout, Mark Twain. 33.9 seconds remaining. 48-43. This has been one heck of a hard-fought game. And the Mark Twain crowd is really, really up. Again, I want to remind everybody of Thursday evening. We are back home for senior night at Elsberry. Silex will be coming to town to visit. And I'm going to start the broadcast about 4:30. Girls game starts at 5:30, but I'm going to start the broadcast about 4:30, and I'm going to interview all the seniors involved in basketball athletics. And that includes, there's one senior cheerleader. Okay, Mark Twain with possession of the ball. They'll be throwing it in. 33.9 seconds remaining, 48-43, Mark Twain. They do get the ball in, and they're just going to run it around. And there was a foul called on Nathan Henry. That's his first. It puts Jace Barton at the line. Cody Thornhill gets ready to come in. Shot is up, and it's good. 6-point lead. 7-point lead. Three-pointer is good. 4-point lead, 21.5 seconds remaining. And Elsberry calls a timeout. So this game is not over yet. 21.5 seconds can be a long time in basketball. And 4 points is normally 2 possessions, but it is not impossible to get 4 points on 1 possession. If you get fouled taking a 3-point shot, you make that 3-point shot, and then you get your 1 free throw, there's 4 points on 1 possession. But 21.5 seconds, and it's going to be Mark Twain's possession whenever we come back. They got to go the full length of the court, but they don't care. They just want that time to go down fast. And they get it down the court. And Caleb Peters was fouled by Hunter Grills. First shot is no good. Remains a 4-point game with 13.8 seconds remaining. Second shot is good. 5-point game. Now it's a true 2-possession game. And the shot is good. 5 seconds. And the shot is good. But basket's good, but that made it 51-50. So the game is over. Congratulations to the Mark Twain Tigers. That was just one heck of a game. Congratulations to the Tigers. 51-50 in overtime. Elsberry did get 4 points back with basically about 3 seconds left. So, once again, want to remind everybody of Thursday night is senior night at Elsberry. It's also Valentine's Day, so bring your Valentine to Elsberry. See senior night. Remember, I'm going to go on the air about an hour early, and I am going to be interviewing all of the seniors. I just got 2 or 3 quick questions I want to ask them, and just get a little bit of insight from them. So right now, I'm going to say good night from Center, Missouri, Mark Twain High School, where we just saw the Mark Twain Tigers defeat your Elsberry Indians 51-50 in overtime. And so until Thursday night, this is Kenny Masterson saying good night from Mark Twain High School. See ya Thursday. Indian Sports Network, brought to you by Elsberry Democrat, is off the air.